Monday, 9/27. The ES is trading at 44.3325, down 12.5 points, about 0.28%. Pre-market volume is 232 over the average of 259, so still good volume. And the overnight range is 45 points. The VIX is trading at 19.03, which is plus 1.32, plus 7.44%, right in the middle of the Bollinger Band range. And we are in an inside day from Friday, so trading into today will be, this is basically balance, a two-day balance, looking for a break above and below the inside day or below, and acceptance either direction. So that means we're pretty much neutral on the market. Looking at the overnight range, see, this is Friday, which was bullish. We traded as high as 44.72, and that is well above Friday's high, and that was Sunday. So we broke above, and now we've come all the way back down to basically Friday's value area low, and we're currently trading very close to the overnight low. So my thought is, coming into today, we continue to trend down, break the overnight low, test the Friday inside day low before marching back up if it's rejected, or continuing with range extension if it is accepted below. That's one possibility. Another is we test the low, go back up to the 24-hour VWAP, and the other is we just go run up to the 24-hour VWAP. Could be choppy though, so I'm not expecting too much early in the day, but we'll see how that goes. Looking at the past few, or last week's range, we'll see it's been one time framing up I'd call that 3 days and then an inside day, so we're back in balance. Still one time framing up technically, because an inside day can, it depends on how you define it, can still constitute one time framing, but you'll see the overnight high got above this whole area of volume, high volume node, and the middle value of price, accepted price, is around 44.40. So if we do go test the overnight highs, we'll be extending into an upper range, and we'll look at that one second. Or if we test this overnight low, we'll be looking to trade down to Thursday's low, right above this whole area of a high volume node, to see if price is accepted into it. And just to pan out a little bit, if we get back into the 44.70 range up here, where the overnight high is right here, then the expectation is we're going back into this whole low end of the balance to the top end of the balance, where the all-time highs are. So a lot of interesting information should happen today, and we'll see how it goes. Taking an ATR short here. Now this is extremely choppy, and I may be completely off on this trade, but we'll see how it plays out. Initial stop will be 34. Got the overnight low down here. It's so close to it though, that's really not an ideal target. In fact, I'm going to take a good chunk off before, in case they front run it. 2/3 of it off before the overnight low, in case they completely front run it ahead of where all these contracts are located. Right here. So let's see how this plays out. Boy, look at them front run that. I might have just gotten it. 1, 2, oh, there you go. That's why you always want these on these even numbers, not these odd ones. I don't know why that makes a difference. To me, it does psychologically, and sometimes it does on the price action. So they are really defending this. I don't like this. I can't even get a point and change, so I may need to close this out and revisit, but I do have my 5-minute rule, so not sure what time I got into the trade. We'll see. All right, I got the first contract. So this is kind of tight, but I'm just going to play this tight. I have no real confidence in this move right now, but let's see where yeah, so the runner would be break. I mean, this is a pretty aggressive runner, but basically the runner would mean we go, well, it doesn't matter, it's going to chop it anyway, so good enough for a morning scalp, you know. Anyway, just to finish the thought, the longer target would be if we break the inside range low, inside day low, but that didn't happen. So we'll see how the rest of the morning plays out. So we're getting close to an ATR break after initiative buying from the overnight low area. I did have a buy zone right here. I mean, Friday's value area low. And we hit the overnight low. I was short. I closed it. But this is a pretty nice reaction. I wish I had gotten on board. I didn't. I could have taken this signal. And the reason I would have considered taking it is this candle is very choppy. And if you look at the advancers are ahead of decliners. Here's your advanced decline line shooting up. Ticks are generally positive. But you know, it's choppy. So that means even if this thing breaks, it's counter morning trend. VWAP would be the next target at 42. We already took out the overnight low, so the chances of taking the overnight high are reduced, and that means your targets are actually lower. So I'm going to give this until 10 a.m. I want to see a period close and then assess where we're at. So I'm going to pause it here and we'll take a look. So we just had an initial break of the ATR. Because the trend was down, I'm not interested in taking the initial break, and I could be wrong, but the first target would be, or the first entry would be around this red line, and the second would be down here near the overnight low. If I decide to take this now, it's also 9:58, so I don't really like trading right before the turn of the hour. I'd rather see where B period or A period closes and B opens. And these are just little nuances I've learned over time that fit my risk tolerance. If you wanted to take this, you could take it now and you could add here, but that's just how I'm going to play it. So B period is about to open and we'll see what happens. All right, so A period closes above the open, B opens right above it, 35, and the open is right here at like 33.50. So if the stat holds true, then we have a high probability of taking out A's high up here. And I do notice we had an inside bar in the 5-minute, then an outside bar that closed up. So the technical indicators suggest we're going to move a bit higher, starting to get a little bit of a change on our moving average here on the 30-minute chart. But as you can see, this is very choppy. And I don't have a clear indication yet of which direction B period's going to take before the market decides it's reached a low enough level and wants to go up, if that's going to happen, because there's no guarantee, just a statistical likelihood that'll happen. For every statistical likelihood, there's a counter statistic that says we will not do that, you know, and in this case it may only be 10%, but 10% odds over a given period of time can prove to be pretty devastating to your bankroll if you take those kind of trades blindly. So I'm going to pause this for just a minute and see what happens and revisit. Okay, I'm going to enter one contract here, right where we're trading here. Entry was 35.50, time was 10:04. 35.75. So now my target is right in this range. I'm looking for about 6 points out of this. Why is that my target? Because VWAP is right at about 41 and change, so we'll make that 41.50. And now I'm going to enter a second contract if we trend lower at, not at the red line, but probably down near B's low, and then the last one at 27. Or maybe just wait and enter this last one at 27. Which would be down near value area low. Okay, so we're going to give this a minute and see how it plays. Got my plan, so to speak. Let me just evaluate these stops. B's low now is 30. That's where my stop is. That's 287. So I'm just going to give this a minute and I'm going to think it through and see what I want to do if the market direction changes. All right, I do like how the market is moving now. 38.75 is A's high. Let's see what kind of contracts are lining up there. 38.75. All right, so my little protective measures go ahead and move my stop. So I'm going to trail this stop somewhat aggressively. Well, that thing is, wow, what a move. That initiative move was incredible. Boy, that may be it. That was so fast and such a strong move. Boy, I hate giving this up here. Where would a good trail be? Around 37. Yeah, $100 on this trade. It's gonna stop me out. Maybe. All right, I'm gonna give it a little. Oh, well, I don't know why it just stopped me. That could have been a software mess up. Anyway, took a little money on that trade. That's all right. All right, I'm gonna see what happens next on the market, in the market. See what kind of trade sets up next. Well, I apologize for not getting any more of the day's video, but we did basically what I thought we would do. It came down, hit the low. It was one of the scenarios, then went back up, took out the VWAP and the IB high, and then the rest of the day was really choppy. There was another opportunity to get long around the overnight low. I didn't take that. I only ended up taking one more trade, which is an ATR redline trade. I mean, an ATR deflection trade is what I took for a quick scalp, and the market closed really soft, and now we're in the after hours, and we'll see if this bottom area holds or if we're gonna move back into the lower area of value over this last three-day period. Finished the day up $303.80. So good enough, and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.